Hi, welcome to JenniferSpeaks.com. My name is Jennifer Jalogat. I am a 20 years content creator, curator, marketer, blogger, what else? All things digital instructor, your guru, here to give you some tips, tricks, information, insights on how to promote your content. For those of you who don't know, who are new to the concept of content marketing or growth hacking, essentially what it is folks who are online, who may be selling a product. Maybe it's a brick or mortar store that has an e-commerce shop. Maybe you're a blog, maybe a vlogger, a YouTuber, and through the course of also presenting content, you also promote various products, perhaps for yourself, products that you create, products that you promoting from affiliates, someone you have a partner relationship with, and you're using content to reach different members of the public in hopes of not just only entertaining, edifying them, engaging with them, but also getting them to do more to and beyond just engagement, to perhaps convert into a longtime fan of your blog or your website or your Facebook page, your Instagram page, to become a brand ambassador, to promote your brand. And so you do these things through your content. So that's what I'm here to do. And one of the things we do, and one of the things we all of us know who are content marketers or content people who promote content, know that social media is a really great way of getting your information out there. So it's not enough to just create a blog post or create an awesome podcast. So you need to let people know about it. And the best way to do it is social media, because people are on their social media, they're on their devices 24 hours a day, when they're not working, when they're not doing playing with their kids or doing other things. They're on their phones, they're on their devices, and they're checking their Facebook pages, and they're checking Snapchat and Instagram. So that's where you have to go meet them. Back in the day, people buy magazines, people buy newspapers. When they want content, they go and take the proactive step of finding a newspaper and going, and then they'll see the ads. Nowadays, you have to go where the people are. The people are on their social media. And so whenever you create any piece of content, you need to send it out widely. Since this revelation, a lot of companies have been created and built and made a lot of money off of helping people who have content that they need to get to the masses reach those different social media platforms in a more efficient manner. The main social media platforms we know are Facebook, Instagram, let me see, Twitter, of course, Pinterest, which is not really a social media, means more like a search engine, but then also Snapchat, and that's mentioned Instagram. So there are other various social media platforms out there. But as you can imagine, if you are managing more than one blog, like I have 4 blogs that I manage, and I have 2 other websites that I keep up with. I'm also a startup founder. So a lot of that content that's created on those various different sites, and I also have a little 10-minute podcast. If I had to send it and engage in people with the different platforms, that'd take me forever. I'd be spending all of my time. So there are lots of tools that were built over the years to help people. And I'm going to go through all these various different tools and the tools that I have used in the past. I found the brand new tool. This is to tell you about ViralTag, which actually they found me and asked me to check it out. And I have, and I found that it's been a great tool, that it's actually helping me replace all of these other tools that I've used in the past, that I've beta tested in the past. And this ViralTag actually replaces them all. So let's go through quick the different tools they have. And if you don't know about them, this could be also instructional for you to know your different options out there if you're not interested in using ViralTag, or one of these other ones that might just suit your needs. If you're not managing a lot of sites like how I am. So one of them is HootSuite. HootSuite was one of the first platforms out there to help you help people manage their Twitter accounts, because Twitter is just fast moving. If you're on Twitter, it's like 140, now it's 280 characters. They're coming through your stream. People are responding. They're mentioning you. They're direct mentioning you. There's a lot of information that's coming through. And depending on how many people you follow, or how many people are following you, it's just a lot of information. You need management. So what Hootsuite did was made it so you can have like this data, this platform where, for example, you see here that's the name of the person's account, or you can monitor hashtags, people who mention this Steam FeedCon, this tweets that the Steam FeedCon sends, and then direct messages. And it's just a more efficient way. The other thing Hootsuite does, which is great, which I use it for, it allows you to share content widely. So for example, here's, let me see, for example, let's go to my blog. This is one of my blogs. It's Belly Itch blog. And I have a recent post. It's going to hopefully pause up soon. So, we found the best Black Friday deals for you. So let's pull that post up. And let's say I wanted to share that post. I've integrated Hootsuite into my account. So if is it there? It's not coming through there. I hate when I do something like this and then it doesn't show up. Hootsuite didn't. Oh, Hootsuite. I had a Hootsuite integration. I don't know what happened to it. Ooh, boo. Let me see. I don't think it's letting me. Maybe I have to check it. Anyway, one of the things that Hootsuite lets you do is forget this. I'm not going to do it. One thing Hootsuite lets you do is it allows you to send out the content to various different sites. So if you pull it up, you get the option of sharing it to your different accounts. I don't know why it's not letting me do it on this account. Maybe it'll let me do it on this page. Let's see. Let me do it over here. I don't know why it's not letting me do it over there. Maybe I deleted it because I deleted it. That's what it is. I think I deleted it. Yeah, I deleted it. I used to have a Hootsuite marklet. I've since moved it. That's why. But Hootsuite used to be a way that you can actually share lots of different content from a tweet or something like that to all the different accounts. Buffer lets you do that as well. This is my Buffer page. So through Buffer, I can share, I can schedule different posts at different times a day for it to go out. You add your different accounts. Here's one of my Facebook pages. Here's a Twitter pages. I can connect an Instagram account. And you see all these different social accounts. And here through the calendars, you can see, you can schedule what time you want your post to go out. And you fill this up with content. You add your content here that you want to share. And it goes through these queues and it spills out to your different social media contents throughout the day. That way, you don't have to do it manually. You don't have to spam people because you don't have to sit down and send all your content at once because it's to space it out for you. So that's Hootsuite does as well. CoSchedule was created for bloggers in mind, or people who create a lot of content, bloggers or YouTubers or anyone who creates a lot of content that they need to send out. And so what Blogger does is it has a calendar. This one looks like it's integrated through someone's WordPress blog, and you set up a calendar. It's similar to Hootsuite, similar to Buffer. You assign these different social media platforms, and you put in content, and the content drips out periodically at a schedule that you create. And so that's one thing that you can do. Edgar does the same thing, but the benefit I found of Edgar, one of the benefits early on, is that once you have all this content, Edgar will then automatically drip it out. You don't have to schedule it. Once you put inside that these are the evergreen content that I want to go spill out to my different social media accounts, Edgar will just auto share those content pieces out to different accounts periodically throughout, like until you tell it to stop. So you don't have to actually rebuffer it or fill it up again like as you would with Buffer or Hootsuite and perhaps CoSchedule. Though I do know, I want to acknowledge that CoSchedule has since integrated its own sort of tool that's similar to Edgar that's auto share without you having to re-up it like if it runs out. So those are the ones that help you schedule content. Now, Tailwind is specifically scheduled for Pinterest. So this is a platform that's built on top of Pinterest. And essentially, Pinterest has its own analytics and its own things, but what Tailwind does, and so you can have different accounts. These are all in free trial right now. Tech Yaya, Jennifer Speaks, Straight Your Braids. And then there's another account I have on here. So this lets you, publish accounts, but, belong to tribes. It gives you weekly summaries of the content. I don't really use this that much, so there's not really much going on here. But it lets you, monitor your brand performance, tell you how much you're getting engagement, and it also lets you draft and schedule pins to go out. So I can schedule this pin, have a source ID, and add it to the queue. So this pin will automatically pin. So here's pins that have been published on this account. So I can identify pins that I have and then have them go out to these different, accounts. They don't all have to be mine. It'll also refresh with other people's content. So that way you're constantly pinning throughout the day and engaging people and getting people to follow you back. And you can also pin stuff that has your affiliate links on there throughout the day using Tailwind. Board Booster does something similar, but what Board Booster does is duplicates your boards that you already have. So if I have 18 boards, Board Booster will create a duplicate of my 18 boards, and you put content in those boards, and what happened is it'll spill out automatically for you throughout the day until it exhausts itself, and then you fill it out more. But that's a good way, like Tailwind, to let you spill out your content to all the different people that are following you at different times of day. Because if you were to sit down and just pin a bunch of stuff, you annoy the people you follow because it's just too much too soon. And also, people on Pinterest at different times of day, so you want to catch them at different times of day. The more interesting, engaging stuff you pin, the more interesting, engaging boards, people want to follow your boards and follow you. And then as you grow in a mass of following, you can then, pin your own posts and drive traffic back to your site, or you can pin affiliate links to products and get some sales that way. If someone, one of your Pinterest followers, purchase something based on something that has an affiliate link on it. A crowd founder does the same thing that Tailwind and Board Booster does for Instagram. So you can schedule posts on there. Now, Instagram doesn't allow you to auto post from any app right now because they have that control in their API. But you can schedule Instagram posts throughout the day, throughout the week, make it seamless. Especially those people who have like really fine-tuned carefully choreographed and visual stimulating with the same filter, and they have a certain look, or they're posting certain things that things need to be looked a certain way and posted a certain way. You can schedule it out with Crowdfire. Crowdfire will let you schedule it out and plan your Pinterest board, and that also makes it seamless because those are one of the accounts you can forget about. So you have to, if you're going to be engaging people on Pinterest, and Instagram, Crowdfire is a great way to do that. And then Klout. Klout used to be a way to just monitor you just give you the score here tells you how influential you are. And I think you see all these people, so Jeff Bullis has a score of 80, content marketing is 80, Neil Schaefer has 80, and Hanley has 67, Jay Bayer has 79. So that tells you HubSpot's 84. These are the experts in content marketing, and these are the scores they have. And that's when it first started. It was about Klout, well, the name is Klout. But what I use Klout for is for scheduling out, exploring, and scheduling out content to go on my different accounts. So for example, if I want to schedule this piece of traffic here, content strategy, connecting the dots, I hit share. I've connected 2 accounts on here. This is a Facebook page and a Twitter page. So I can just share now. I can schedule it. I can pick which type of shortener I want to use. I can tag other people with it. And then you can do a preview of what it's supposed to look like. So if I want to schedule this, I can schedule this, and it's going to go into a queue. And so that's a good way of keeping your Twitter and your Facebook pages constantly being refreshed and showing fresh new content, even if it's not your own content, so people can want to follow you. All the purpose of it is because you're giving out value and presenting information, and you have different topics. As you present more topic and people are retweeting, Klout would measure your score, and it measures your contribution to these different ones. I'm contributing mostly to Facebook, Twitter, and it gives you that sort of analytics. I think what else it does, lets you schedule your content, your own content. You can put in there as well, similar to what you can do with HootSuite, Buffer, CoSchedule Me, Edgar. All these other accounts let you do that. So those are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different tools that I've used in the past to help me manage my various different social media platforms. Now, ViralTag, I found, has been able to replace all of those, and here's how. First of all, similar to all of them, that you draft posts. So I can create draft content, and these are all pieces of content I drafted. And the beauty of it is, like, let's say if I wanted to share, this post, for example. I want to share this post. We found the absolute best videos. So what you do is take the URL, you can highlight the URL, cut it out, and then here in the source URL, you paste it, and then for the image, sometimes it'll pull the image from the first thumbnail from that post. But what I like to do is I like to go into the computer and actually find the image and pull it out from the computer. That way it's bigger. The card that comes out and all these different social media platforms, it's a bigger one. Then you put information here. So I can put we found the fabulous. You can tailor it actually, so you don't have to just put the headline. You can, and I don't like this being all caps. You can say looking for the best Black. You use this where also is great because you can add your hashtag. So anyone following that hashtag is going to see your content as well. Bright Friday deals out there. We found the best ones, including free products. Check it out. And so if I wanted to say deals, what else? I don't know. That's fine. So, and then here's right here's evergreen. Is great. I'm not going to make this evergreen because this is really evergreen content. For those you know, is content that is you could be shared all throughout the year. There's no special. It's not tied to any time of year. So, for example, Black Friday is tied to November after the first Friday after Thanksgiving. But if this was something about just the best deal sites out there, generally you can hit evergreen and that content. And I'll show you in the future what that means, the evergreen. If I make that evergreen, it'll automatically share out, similar to how Meet Edgar auto shares out content that's evergreen automatically without you having to do anything for it. So that's how it replaces Meet Edgar, and it does that. You could pick category in order for monitoring your categories. So I would put this, let's say, gift guide. And then up here, see it's not highlighted. These are the different accounts that I've integrated. So I have my one personal Facebook page. This is a second personal Facebook page. My LinkedIn account. I could put this on my Braids account, my Publishing Academy. There's another Facebook page. And then this, I only have one Pinterest board right now, but I have like 4 different Pinterest accounts. So it's possible for me to add all my Pinterest boards on here. So it's talking about Black Friday deals. So I would do, wait for deals. I don't know what category that would fit into. Let's say tech and social media. So, and then it's going to post. So that's going to pin this image and this content with these hashtags are going to pin on that board right there. And then I have a Tumblr account, so this will automatically post to my Tumblr account. This is my Twitter pages. I could put all these on all the Twitter pages I have. So you see how you can have one post and have it go out to all these different accounts. You're sharing all these different accounts. If this is links back to some affiliates, these are drive some sales back to all these different people who follow all these different accounts. And then you can either schedule it and say, let's say I wanted to go this to go out an hour from now. I can schedule it and say 11:34. I can do that. Or the other thing I could do is just post it now. So say I want to just post it now. I can post it now. I can save it as a draft. Or I can just schedule it to be part of the queue. So if I didn't want to schedule it, I can just make it part of the queue. But I'm going to post it now. So I'll post that now. So that post right there is going to go to all these different accounts. And you can add as many as you want. So here is where should I put the categories? Yeah, so anyway, so that's how scheduling it does the same thing as HootSuite, as Buffer, as CoSchedule, as Meet Edgar, Tailwind, Board Booster, because how it does Board Booster, you can explore, because you hit explore, it has all these different categories here. So here's, for example, food. I can share this post to my food board. And I can schedule it if I have 32 boards. It says food and drink board. So I can post this and have this go to my food board. It has 18 fudge recipes ever. And if I want to also share this to other accounts, let's say I want to share this to, I don't know, let's say this Twitter page. I can add it to a queue. What that does is going to be the next, it drips out. So the next content page to go there. This kind of is evergreen. So I hit evergreen. That means that can go out different times a day. So I have a food category actually. So if I hit add to queue, that means it's going to go in the queue. And I'll show you what it shows up at. So let's go back to home. And it says schedule post. So that would go here. Or I guess it's going to go in the bottom. Oops. What the heck? Yeah, so it'll go to the bottom of this page. All the way to the bottom. Because these are the orders of stuff that's going out. So at the bottom of here, it's going to be down there anyway. So that's how it goes. And these are going to post at different times of the day. And yeah, so and this is where you keep drafts. If you start something but don't finish it, you can monitor it here. All members, I only have one member, but you can add different members. And so a lot of these different platforms allow you, if you have a team or if you have an intern that you're working with, you want to give the intern certain access to it. And so if the intern's not there, you want to be able to access it. So here's where you add members. And then if it's either approved or it's in a review. If you have someone who you're working with, you want to make sure that you control how they send your stuff out and make sure they're not saying anything crazy, because we've had a lot of interns do stuff and people are like, uh-oh, my intern did that, I didn't prove it. So you can have stuff, intern draft something, put it in here and put, in review. And so after you come in here, review it, you click approve, and it'll go back and it'll automatically go into the scheduled post areas. So these are all the various different categories, and these are all the profiles right now that are on there. You can add more profiles, as many as you want. There's unlimited. There's no, and if you have a post that fails, like here, I think I have a failed post. Here's a post that failed. So I can go in and see what was wrong with it and edit it, or delete it, or retry it. And this is the posting schedule. And this is, there's a star here that says the recommended times, the times that it recommends for it to go out. Otherwise, this is the time that for this account, Facebook page, these are the days, the times, and this is going to go out. But I can edit it. So if I determine that based on my content that it's Facebook pages or people engage more at 11 a.m. on Tuesdays, 12, I can schedule so my evergreen content go out on those days, on that day. So I can just change that. Instead of 11, I can say people engage more at 11:15. And that's for all categories, and save it. So all categories will post out at 11:15 on Monday. And then I can schedule the same thing for these days for the different postings. So that's how it does. It does the same thing as all these other accounts here. And the way it does Klout is that explore. So not only can you just explore content to pin, you can also explore content just to share generally, sort of like how Klout lets me share content. So that's Klout. And then Crowdfire, one of the things you can also do is add your Instagram page as well. As you see here, I haven't added it, but Instagram is another, let me see, accounts. Yeah. Oh, no, it doesn't let you do Instagram. Huh. So yeah, so there you go. That's one thing it doesn't do. So you can't let you do Instagram. So it doesn't fulfill the Instagram, but that's, the Crowdfire. You still have to use Crowdfire to schedule out your Instagram, but it's still great that you can schedule out your Pinterest, your Tumblr posts, your LinkedIn personal page, any LinkedIn page that you manage or control. Oh yeah, actually Instagram. Yeah, it does do Instagram. Take that back. I'm talking in circles. This is Instagram. So, but in order to connect it to the Instagram account, you have to go through the mobile app. You have to do it mobily. So I don't think this will connect. Let me see, will it? Yeah, so it has two connected. Continue. I think in order for it to do it, yeah, I have to connect it. I have to connect it through the app. I have to go on the app and do it that way. So that's why I haven't connected these. But so you can do Instagram, you can do Crowdfire. So I'm back to what I said before. It replaces Klout, Crowdfire, Board Booster, Tailwind, Edgar, Go Schedule, Buffer, and HootSuite. So that's the benefit of that it does that. And then it also gives you reports. Like one of the great things about Tailwind is give you these detailed reports. I haven't been using this that much, so it doesn't really show the analytics, but if you put analytics here, you say what page you're monitoring. Let's see, Belly Pinterest page, for example. Zero saves, get out of here. So it tells you the follower growth, all the best times to post. Yeah, you can fill that schedule out there. Same thing with Instagram. It tells you like, here's your posts, your followers, your likes, comments, and you get to track all of that, so you can know, this is dropping in followers. Oh, I lost some followers. 1250. No, it still is 1250. Maybe I don't understand what that growth is, because the followers are the same. Anyway, it tells you the most engaging content, so you know to produce that type of content. It's got 54 likes and comments, so it tells you these are the content that's doing well. So produce more type of content that looks like this, so all of your Blur Girl, I just connected it, so I didn't even know it didn't. Yeah, so it's already engaged. I didn't even know it was connected to these. A Blur Girl, I just attached to it. So it gives you analytics. It gives you your Pinterest analytics. It tells you your traffic generally. I just connected it to, it's so 0 right now because I haven't connected it to my Google Analytics, but you connect this to your Google Analytics so you can monitor your traffic. So it even kind of replaces Google Analytics to a certain extent. Anyways, that's it. So that's just wanted to give you an overview of ViralTag. If you're interested, join. It's free. I think it's 10 after that for the first 14 days. I think they charge you like just $10 a month. So if you want to get HootSuite, Buffer, CoSchedule, Meet Edgar, Tailwind, Board Booster, Crowdfire, and Klout, you're looking at spending 10, 20, about $100 to $200 a month. So this ViralTag replaces all of those just for $10 a month. So get it now before they realize that they are undercharging people and the price jacks up. But I know I think it's $29, $10 for the base price. I think it's $29 for the next level. But anyway, all the stuff that it does is worth it, especially if you're monitoring various different accounts or if you have several different accounts that you manage. Uh, it's great, and it spells out, and then when it comes out beautifully. So let me show you an example of how the post comes out. So something that comes from ViralTag. Yeah, like this. I just posted this. This came from ViralTag. See how the picture is big? There it is. Content, and it's big. And people engage more with big pieces. New studies is freezing their eggs because they're waiting to find them until later, but because they cannot find men with equal. So yeah, so this is like it comes out huge pictures, and that's all the studies say you have big bright pictures like this, people like this more, and it gets more traffic. I don't know how much tweet activity this one's gotten. Maybe 3 pages. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, so that's that. I hope you found that tutorial useful, and if you're interested, the link below has you can use my affiliate link to sign up for it, because I spent all this time, lost my voice sharing it with you, and it's a great find, and so you want to reward me for that, and you use my affiliate link to sign up for ViralTag, and tell them Jennifer JJ sent you. Anyway, that's another great engaging tutorial from Jennifer Speaks. Good luck, everyone.